Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we've been doing some investment, but we're basically out of money at this point, and we should probably think about attacking someone. The question is who? I'm leaning towards Armenia and their holdings over here. That's what I'm thinking right now. There's this Macedonian territory down over here, which would be... I would like to vassalize Macedon, to be honest. What's their current diplomatic status? They're in a civil war against the Macedonian revolt. They're winning that, in theory. Okay, so that should be reasonably fine. I would be interested in vassalizing them, for sure. So we could vassalize Macedon and then attack Armenia. I think we'd attack Armenia first to give Macedon a chance to deal with their revolt. Then we would take all of this territory from Armenia, and maybe a little up over here, but to be honest, this is probably about all we can take. So for the time being, I want to start moving some forces around. So let's have these guys stop drilling, and we've got these here. How many forces do we think we're going to need for this? Is a question that should be asked. Well, we may need a force or two up over this direction, so I'm going to get these guys moving here for right now. I'm going to get these guys moving here. And then I'm thinking 3 armies. So we can have these move down to here, like this, and then these 2 armies would move by sea over to here. So actually they'd move to like here and here probably. No. One of the... I'm having a hard time trying to plan this out right now. Reason being, I don't really want to start off here because this is a fort. And this is only a single territory, right? We can absolutely start off here and make our way up into this region. Capital is probably this. Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards right now. But what we want to do during this time is be building up our finances again so that we can do another big investment round. That's the idea, anyway. So we've got these guys moving, and that will be absolutely wonderful. We also have some work being done on our diplomacy, right? So I want to take a quick peek at what we've got going on for our subjects. Let's see here. Where do we see that again? Diplomacy subjects. That's right. So we've currently got Heptonomus, Nasin, and Korea Inferioris, these 3 all being integrated. So I want to check in here. If we improve relation, this would go up. So we'll get that going. That appears to have stopped for whatever reason. We can integrate them, but we need opinion first. So that's fine. If we go back to the subjects here and we look at Crete, same thing here. We just need to improve opinion with them. So we're going to do exactly that. And then let's check in on Olby. This is the same situation, but we can't really increase Olby's opinion of us very much. We're just going to have to wait for this recently declared war malice to go down. And we could also give up claims. That'll get rid of that 25 subjected to Casus Belli malice. So that'll be okay for now. But we've got a long ways to go on that recently declared war modifier. So Olby, I'm not too concerned about right now. Okay, so I'm going to get these guys embarked. And then once these guys get over here, they're going to get embarked too. Bountiful Harvest, that's great. We're going to take the money from that. And then we're going to embark these guys, and I'd like to sail them over to right about, here's fine. That'll do the trick. Okay, now this army here, I want them to embark as well. And we're going to sail them a little bit more dangerously, I think. This is the Macedonian revolt out over this direction. Let's just bring them in for now to here. And we'll see if we get passage through Macedon. That may be a thing. They have 69 reasons not to accept client status. I'm contractually obligated to say nice about that, but that kind of actually is nice. I don't think that's actually an option, but it's kind of tempting. We could switch it around by, like, hang on. We could switch this by, like, 80 reasons. No, like 74 reasons. That's enough. Let's improve their opinion of us. And we'll see what ends up happening with that. We may still declare war on them after this Armenian war, but that'll be interesting. Do we have a CB on Armenia at this moment? We do. Take Evia. And that sounds perfect. This is exactly what we want. So that sounds great. We're going to wait for these forces to get into position, though. So our martial advances have gone up. That is, of course, wonderful. And we were heading in civic advances down to here. That's going to get us more morale of armies, which is perfect. We are now divinely guided, and that is very ideal, considering we're about to fight a pretty large power. I mean, they should not really be a match for us, to be honest. And these guys, if they were to sit, like, out over this direction, because we don't know that they're going to come down here, right? So I'm trying to find a location here that is going to be ideally a little bit less attrition. I'm not sure such a thing exists for this army size. We may have to split this army, and that's not the worst idea in the world. So if we were to do that, we could have these guys be like this. That sounds good. And then this army here is not going to take attrition if they garrison this. So that sounds good. We got another invention? Oh, we did. A civic advance. I did not even notice that. So at this point, we could take mercenary benefits, manpower recovery speed plus 10%, recruit mercenary cost reduction, and this would also mean that our mercenaries cannot be bribed or bought off by other players. I mean, the AI doesn't really seem to do that, so I don't think that's that big of a deal. I'm also potentially interested in coming out this direction. Potentially. Improve opinion maximum would be pretty nice. Let's take that for the time being. Okay, so that sounds great, and that means that we can improve in Olby some amount. The question is by how much? 21.83. That's not enough to annex, so we're not going to be too worried about that. But, I mean, 2 per year, that means that this is going to take 70 years for that recently declared war malice to tick down. We need a total of 80, so that's going to be like 40 years, but we can get this up by another like 21, so it's actually going to be a little bit less than that. In total, we're going to need about 60, so it's going to be like 30 years before we can do this. But we can also send a gift, which would shave off another 12 years. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a while, regardless. For the moment, I'm not too concerned about it. Let's get into position here. So that all seems good. I want to declare on Armenia very shortly here, so we're going to send these guys up to here. I'm going to have this force be over in, like, Megara, I think. I want to see if we can get passage through Macedon. And then this force, I'm going to have be behind over here. We're going to have both of them invade this direction. That'll be the plan. So this out over here should be fine. And let's attack Armenia at this point. I think we're pretty much in position and ready to go. So let's do this. Just waiting for these guys to move this one last province, and we're going. So we're going to declare war here. They're going to have a couple of allies. I don't care. That's fine. So we're going to declare with the war goal of take Evia. And the real question is, can we get passage through Macedon here? They would grant it. Beautiful. So that seems great. At that point, I want these guys to come in and siege here. I want these to make their way up to weird capitals. Okay. Make your way up to here, and then these guys are going to make their way up to here. There's not that much here that actually needs to be capped. This out over this direction is controlled by Armenia, though, and we may want to actually pull these guys back over here, which I'm going to do, and have them come siege out over this direction, which apparently was taken over by Armenia. This is held by Crete at this point, so that's fine. But yeah, I want to take this siege at the very least. That's the Macedonian revolt. Hang on. That's held by Armenia, but that would be capped by taking this. Never mind. Never mind. We're going to head back up over here. We don't need to siege a fort over this direction. So that seems absolutely fine. Now, Armenia could theoretically send some forces down this way as well. I'm actually going to move this army up this direction just to be in position for that, or at least be heading that way. They may or they may not. We'll see. So we're going to get this all under control fairly quickly. I'm not too concerned about this. The real question is, can we take all of this in a single war, and will Armenia give it up fairly easily? That's the real question here. So we're going to head on down over this direction. This siege is already at 7%. Not bad. Do we have access through the Macedonian revolt? No, but they would accept it. So that's fine. We're to cap here. And once that's done, we'll head down to Chalkis. We can't actually get there. Dead or imprisoned, huh? Okay. Well, we do actually need to come up over here. This is actually a capital here. So let's go grab that real quick. And that seems good. Beautiful. So this is all capping nicely. They are sitting out over here. We can send a force over to deal with that. That'll be absolutely A-okay. And overall, this is going swimmingly. I mean, we expected that, but even so, it's going swimmingly. So we see that they're invading, like, up over here. Hilarious. Our ruler died, and we do need a governor over this direction. We also need a governor over here. We'll get that done. And this army is lacking a commander, but that's because we split these. I don't mind that. This up here, I don't care about. They can do what they want there. It's irrelevant. Okay, so let's get this siege done. That is the biggest thing that we need to do in this war. Ticking war score is, of course, against us right now, because we don't control Evia. And I kind of want to bring this guy around, this fleet around, over to here. Because I feel like a naval invasion of Evia might be a little faster. We'll find out. Okay, so we're in position here now. And that means that we can head in like this, which is exactly what we want to do. We'll see if this siege ends before they get there. It's RNG. It may or it may not. Either way, our bets are hedged here. So that sounds good. Yeah, this siege did not, in fact, finish there. So this was, in fact, the right way to go. Cool. I'm going to bring this army down to about here, because we know that that's where they sent their forces. Where are they going? Are they heading over this way? Or are they heading here? One of those, probably. Right here. That's a weird place for them to go, but okay. If that's what they want to do, I'm not going to complain. Instead, we're just going to come in and stack wipe them if we can. Beautiful. Okay, so all we need now is a siege, and it's at 85% at this moment. Theoretically, Andros will be occupied. Yes, that is correct. So Evia is now completely under our control, and we've got them all just pigeonholed in here, so this looks great. These guys are retreating past us here. They're probably going here, but they might be going all the way to Andros. Let's head on over there and make sure they don't get into any shenanigans, shall we? Beautiful. So we need a new governor in Syria. That would be this guy, although we do have a scorned family. It is the Davidite family, so I'm not that concerned about it. Looks like we stack wiped them here. Perfect. Okay. We got all the way to 100% on this siege before we actually finished it. That was insane. We're going to let this auto cap happen, but it's probably not necessary. There we go. And at this point, the question is, are they willing to just give us their territory here? It looks like the answer to that is a no. They have 59 reasons not to accept that, and 39 of those are due to months at war. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to have all of these guys head out over here and embark, because we're going to need to do some additional Armenian invasions, right? So we're going to head up over this direction. I'm going to have these guys. Can they get up here? I mean, yeah, in a really awkward path. Go ahead and start heading over there. It's fine. We should probably force march them, to be honest. It's going to take them a really long time to get there if we don't. So let's go ahead and force march them and get them heading over to here. It's still going to take them a long time to get there. That's understood. So we have these forces embarking. They will be arriving there shortly. Okay, so we're going to take these guys up over here, and I'd like to go into Armenia proper up over this direction, like so. Then I'm going to bring around our other fleet, which is already on its way over, and we're going to use that to carry these guys. So that seems fine for now. We're going to have to invade Armenia proper, unfortunately. I was hoping that we could avoid that, but alas. So Macedon over here, I want to check in on this. 53 reasons now. We might be able to pull this off and not actually fight Macedon. That'd be amazing, in fact. We will recuperate our losses. So that's a bunch of gold, and that is absolutely wonderful. Okay, so these guys are going to sail over to here, with the goal being to take over this little bit of territory. That's not going to be a lot of territory, to be clear. Okay, so at this point, they have 68 reasons to not accept this. That looks fine. And we're just force marching our way on over this direction. We're going to invade Armenia proper because that's going to be the fastest way to end this war. So that is absolutely understood. It's not ideal, but it's fine. So up we sail. We're going to take this nice and quickly, and then these guys, I'm currently thinking that they're going to create a bit of a retreat point here before they start sieging, like, these locations. Because it could be a little awkward here, otherwise. We'll see. But these guys, they're ready to land. So let's do exactly that. Okay. Up we go. And where are you stopping at? Right there. Perfect. That seems fine. In fact, maybe we should stop here for right now. Unload one of these. And it would be this one. And then the other one is going to sail on up to here. Okay. That seems fine. So we're going to sail upwards over this direction and take Urgast. Beautiful. So now we're going to invade here. They have some forces here. We are almost there, though. They're not going to get that sieged before our forces arrive to that. So that looks excellent. We're at 19 war score right now. They have 52 reasons to not accept this. So where's their capital at? I don't actually know where their capital is. It might be a little awkwardly placed. Somewhere up over here? Who knows? If we right-click on this, can we go to their capital? No, apparently not. Well, that's unfortunate. This battle is occurring here, so that looks great. And we are, of course, winning that battle, so no problem there. We're going to unforce march, and I forget where the capital here is. It's up over this way somewhere. So that looks fine for now. And we are going to have these guys probably head down and start up a siege here. So this is giving us a little bit of territory up in Armenia proper. And there, that's what we need, is Nassan. Okay, looks good. I'm not sure where Armenia's capital actually is, but we actually already won that siege. That's kind of huge. Let's head up over this direction and see what they're thinking about for this peace deal at this point. They have 46 reasons to not accept it. Hilarious. Okay. So we're going to grab this, and we can just start taking quite a lot of territory over here. There is an Armenian force over this way. They're quite small. They're a levy force. Not very threatening. So overall, this is looking great. There is this level 3 fort here that I wouldn't mind taking. Let's get that sieged. So that seems wonderful. And these guys over here, they're going to need to walk into here, of course. They should have gotten that order a little bit ago. So Armenia just grew their territory here, didn't they? Fascinating. They've also got a fair number of forces here, but we just won our siege here. Let's go siege here. And we'll take this. These guys, they're just kind of running around over here. It's okay for the moment. Okay, so this battle is occurring. We're winning it handily. I like it. Do we want to slaughter these? I don't think we need to. We can spend the political influence and not gain the tyranny. That would be great for us. So we're going to do exactly that. We're going to cap here, and then we're going to need to eliminate this Armenian levy here. How are they feeling about this? 39 reasons now. Beautiful. So that looks great, and they're definitely sending some forces to respond to this, but I don't think it matters all that much. I'd like to have these guys force march down to here. Okay, so we're going to catch this force. That is huge that we caught them separated. We even stack wiped them. That is tremendously huge. Let's see if we can catch anybody here. Oh yeah, we caught that entire force. This is going a little less well, but it's okay. We're tying them up. They have reinforcements here, so they're going to end up winning this battle, but that's fine. Absolutely A-okay. We're at 40 war score right now, and we have 25 reasons to not accept this. Beautiful. So we're going to retreat these guys. We'll retreat them back to about here, I'm thinking, back behind these forts. And that'll be okay. They are, of course, going to need to reorganize a little bit, although we can't do unit reorg in this territory. These guys are going to try to cap back over here a little bit. We'll turn off force march, and we'll let these regenerate somewhat. In fact, I want to swap these at this point. So we're going to have these come over and take over this siege, while these guys are going to come out here and fight this force here. Okay, just waiting for them to arrive. Perfect. We'll swap that, and then I'd like to head up over like this. Wonderful. Out over this direction, we are still sieging, and that is fine. Armenia is not willing to accept this peace yet, but they will very soon. We just won this siege, which is actually a really big deal, because that was a level 3 fort. Right? Level 3? Yeah, level 3 fort. So that's fantastic at this point. We just won this siege as well. So these guys, they're still low on their morale. We could send them up, like, over this direction. And that would be fine. But we have a nice little inroad over here. This looks great. They're capping back up here. I don't care about that. At this point, we're mostly just waiting out the clock, right? We've got 38 reasons to not accept this, and 26 of those are months at war. 10 are the last major battle, which is going to change, and an additional, let's see, an additional 16? No, 11. Math is apparently hard. An additional 11 war score will be available for the ticking war score. So this is absolutely fine. We're going to head out over this direction. These guys are regenerating, and this is looking juicy here. Now, these guys are going to head in. It should be okay, though. This looks like a stack wipe. We just won a battle down over here. Did that count as a major battle? It did. Beautiful. So, 26 reasons at this point, and 25 of those are months at war. So this is looking absolutely phenomenal. At this point, I want to head up here and eliminate this army. They actually stopped, which doesn't surprise me. We're still going to fight them up over here, though. Let's get that out of here. Our ally is currently taking this. That looks great. A scandalous Dominus? How rude. This guy can lose his position in government. That's fine. Okay, so at this point, we're winning this battle. We're winning this siege. They have reinforcements on the way in over here. We managed to finish this, but we gotta leave. So we're going to force march out over this direction and see if we can link up back over here with these guys, who are going to head out over this direction. We just don't want to fight this force. Beautiful. 5 stability and losing 5 tyranny is pretty good. We're going to take that. So that sounds excellent. How are they feeling about this war at this point? 17 reasons is the answer. Okay. So I'm going to have these guys stop running now. That looks good. Anything can be fixed for a price. This is true. Crisis in Aratha. Sounds good. And attempted extortion. Oh my. He agreed to our offer. Wild. So we're going to turn around and head up over this direction. We are very interested in fighting them here. And I want to check in on the status down here. Yeah, so I want to come up here and fight. I want to check in on the status over here. Looks good. No problem there. Okay, so they decided to attack us here. So they're using cavalry skirmish. That explains a lot. They've got a lot of light cavalry here, horse archers, camels. We don't use pikemen. So this is going to be a little painful for us, but it looks like we might just have the numbers for that. But the morale is tough, and they have reinforcements on the way in. So we'll see what happens there. I'm going to let that play out. It could happen either way. Oh, this guy's disloyal? Buddy. Get over here. There we go. Okay, so we were defeated here. Again, this is because they're using large amounts of cavalry, and we aren't using spearmen. That's fine. Absolutely 100% understood. So at this point, last major battle, yeah, but discounting the last major battle, 18 reasons, even with the last major battle, time would end this war in our favor. So that looks good. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to get these guys turned around, and we're going to come out over this direction. Well, I don't know. There's a fair amount of forces right here right now. We'll see what we want to do about that, but soon enough, we're going to go after these. And this war will be over very shortly. We did finish up here, and they can come down here and siege. That'll be perfect. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGar, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.